My name is Lund and I'm from Koro Food, which produces Sunquick amongst a lot of other brands. I am 39 years old and I have been with the Koro company for approximately 1.5 years, working as an application technologist. I'm going to add a little bit of Sunquick blackcurrant on here, just a little bit. Then I'm going to add some ice cubes. Just a few more ice cubes. So, just like this. And then I'm going to add some Sprite to this one. You can use regular sparkling water. It depends on how sweet you want it. If you want it a little more sweet, the way I like it, I'm using a Sprite. So I'm just pouring the Sprite on top of the ice cubes. I'm doing this carefully because I don't want to break the Sunquick underneath. This is a very simple fizzy drink with Sunquick blackcurrant and Sprite. Now I'm going to make almost the same but using a Coke, and I'm going to use the passion fruit flavor. Add a little bit of passion fruit. What I'm going to do this time is that I want to make it a little more blurry. So I'm adding a tiny amount of lime juice. Not very much, just a tiny amount. I'm just going to stir a little bit. But otherwise, it's the exact same principle. I'm going to add some ice. And I'm going to add some Coke. And of course, it doesn't have to be a special brand. You can use a local brand of Coke. But again, I'm pouring it carefully on top of the ice cubes because I don't want to mix it completely. I want it to be a little more blurry than before, but I don't want to mix this completely. So I'm still pouring it carefully onto the ice cubes. So we have brewed some tea. It's a regular black tea, yes. Yeah, of course, it's important that it's a regular black tea. It needs to be non-flavored, of course. And a regular black tea could be like, an Earl Grey tea. That will do. So we've got some sugar somewhere. Is that here? It's in here. Good. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. one in each. And we have got, this is the mandarin. Do we have the mango? If we don't, I'll just make it with, for instance, blackcurrant. That's mango, that's great. You know, I think I'll make one with mango and one with blackcurrant. So I'm just using 2 of these. So, this is iced tea with blackcurrant. And we've got the mango, and it will be the same way. Just 2 tablespoons of the mango added. And again, you can choose whatever flavor you like. And if you think it's too sweet, you can leave out the sugar. 1, 2. So just add the flavor and stir. So, iced tea with Sunquick mango. Here you are. So now I am going to make a milkshake for you with a Sunquick mandarin. Some peach. I'm adding 2 pieces. And of course, the Sunquick mandarin, which is this one, I believe. Yes. 4 tablespoons. All I need is a little bit of milk. But here you are, milkshake with Sunquick mandarin. Start with a little bit of ice. Add some bananas. Once again, I'll add 2 bananas. Some, of course, the Sunquick orange, not to forget. And once more, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons, 2, 3, and 4. Some milk. Make it without the ice. I'm just going to make 1 glass because then you can put it into the smaller glasses. Lassis is made from non-flavored yogurt, and it's very similar. Very simple to make, of course. It's more or less non-flavored yogurt with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of Sunquick flavor. So I'm going to take roughly half the amount here. Going to add a little bit of sugar. For this size of serving, I only choose to add like 1 or 2. Let's go for a pineapple. So for this portion, I will add 3 of these tablespoons. That should be it. It's very, very simple. It doesn't take long to make this. And as mentioned, you don't even have to use a blender. You can just pour it directly into a glass. So now I'll use the remaining yogurt to make one with mango then. So just like the last one, I will add a little bit of sugar. 1, 2, 3, and 4 this time. So let's see how it goes. You can always make it a little stronger if needed. So here we are, 1 glass of lassi with Sunquick mango. At least you can smell the mango from up here. I think I'm going to make 4 because originally this is designed without alcohol, but I'm going to add vodka into 2 of these. So I'm going to make 4. So we have 2 non-alcoholic and 2 with alcohol. Just pour a little bit down here. So for this I'm going to use some Sprite, and just like the fizzy drinks I'm going to pour this carefully on top. I'm adding a little vodka. And of course, finally, a little bit of blue cacao. Yeah, what do you call it? How do you pronounce it? Blue curacao? Curacao. Just to give it some...
Is that like a liqueur?
Yes, it is, but I think this is non-alcoholic. Sometimes we have mixologists developing recipes for us. Other times I have to come up with the recipes, so that's it's a little different. It depends on the situation. Sometimes we have, like, mixologists in different countries. This is a standard baked cheesecake with some butter crumbles and butter baked in the oven. On top of that you will find some cream cheese mixed with some eggs and some icing sugar and a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of lemon. And on top of that you will find some Sunquick topping, which is basically gelatin, Sunquick blackcurrant, and water. For the puffs, I made some puffs yesterday evening. Just some regular puffs, also known as eclairs. I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar. Again, the exact amount of sugar is not that important. What is important is that you add a little bit of sweetness. So I'm just going to pour over some. Making them look like this. If you put this back into the fridge, it will get firm again. Like this. Just 2%. So the puff was an example of Sunquick used as filling. These chocolate cakes are Sunquick used both as a filling but also as a topping. And finally we have some creme brulee with Sunquick mango, where we used Sunquick as an ingredient on top to make the final top for a creme brulee. If you do not have a torch at home, you can put them in the oven, turn up the oven. If you have a grill in the oven, turn on the grill. And this was actually the final thing for my presentation.